Alright, send them. There you are. Hi, Ben. Mia. Come on, guys. Go. Oh. They got zoomies.
Hi, Pops. Hi, Chewy. Hi, G. Hi, Steve.
Hi, John.
Hi, friend Donna. Hi, Lee and Sharon. Hi, Joyce and Mike. Hi, Heather with the Betty Boop guitar strap. So, we did survive the polar vortex storm thing. We're finally getting some snow, which we really need. And it's starting to warm up around here. I don't know if you've seen it earlier, but it's around like minus 11-ish when we took that video. We were on our way into the valley, and we noticed that there was a tree that had lost its top. We seen it earlier this year that it had ant damage. So we tried to take care of it now before it falls down and hurts someone. We did go earlier and spray it for the ants, but it doesn't seem to have helped. As you can see there, we have a rand around it. This is not going well.
So right now, I'm just cutting my face cut to make sure that it falls in the direction I need it to fall. Even though it's rotted or eaten from the inside with insects, I need to make sure that it's safe when it falls. So you'll see at the end of this clip, I actually yell at Sammy she has to go to either way because she was in line with the direction it was falling, and you always want to be offline. So that way if it does fall backwards, it's not likely to hit or hit her, and that's a big tree. You can actually see on the side of the tree there, that's the top of the tree that fell off. That was kind of what let us know it was time to take the tree down, because obviously there's no more structural integrity to that tree.
Yeah, and the top of the tree there got put into a birch, so we tried to take that out as well. But we have to delimb it first because obviously you can't get to it with all the sticks in the way. It's a process, but it did get done. Daniel was nice enough that he did it all and I didn't have to do anything. I just stood there and recorded everything.
Here's a tip for you. If you're going to be recording a tree being pulled out of another tree, don't stand anywhere near where that tree that's coming out of the tree is going to fall. Because you may get lucky like Sammy does, but if you guys know Sammy, she doesn't often get lucky. Wait, that sounded wrong. She often gets hurt by silly things. So, you know, her and I had a word after this.
Yeah, because the top of the tree snaps off while it's being pulled out of the birch, like the very, very top. And that could have hit me in the head, and that would have been a trip to the hospital for sure.
Actually, she was lucky it snapped off because it snapped off and was suddenly short enough it didn't hit her.
Now, because of all the ant damage to the tree, we have to use it for firewood there, because it's no good for anything else really. There's some really cool shots of all the sawdust that's coming out of the chainsaw. We didn't try to collect it this time. Some days we do. Actually, most days nowadays we do, because we have other uses for it. But
Talking about the sawdust.
yeah. And this is just cutting it up with 361 into pieces that are big enough for the wood stove. It all went really well, nice and smooth. Chainsaw is very difficult to start with the cold temperatures, but with it warming up, it was actually not so bad. And this shows some of the tunneling that the ants have done. They built their nest in the tree. It went up about 4 feet up, and that tree was likely to still be standing after all the strong winds that we had.
Okay, so I've noticed on like the crappy social media sites that guys splitting wood has become like a I don't know, a thing. I guess they get a lot of views. So I'm trying to be popular here by showing some wood splitting. I'm sure it has nothing to do with these ripped guys, you know, being shirtless, smashing wood. It has to do with the wood being blown to pieces. So here's some gratuitous wood carnage for you.
So after our polar vortex storm thing, we figured it would be safe enough to try and make a trail into the marsh for the first time this year. So we took Kitty out to try that because, well, Kitty goes first and has the most power. But as you can see there, as soon as it gets off the hard pack, it sinks like 2 feet into the deep snow, and then it gets hung up on some alders. Those alders actually grabbed the one's front ski and had to be broken off to get the machine free. But it did happen. He did get it done. He also ended up like standing beside the machine, plowing snow essentially, all the way through that. It was a long process. It typically takes us a day to get it done. This time around it seemed to go a bit smoother. I think it's because we had a little less snow, but I'm still happy it got done. I went along after he plowed the trail in with my little chainsaw, and I cut out the little alders that are going across the trail and the branches. Because, well, I think you've seen it before, that those hurt. So, yeah, we put in the trail, and this is Dan going around it again with Kitty, smoothing it out, packing it in, doing the loop. That way we have a turnaround in the marsh, which is awesome, and it's always lots of fun. This year Dan made a bit of a smaller turnaround because of this. Our suspicions basically were confirmed when he got out there, because there's huge dips where the water normally runs, and so what it was doing was it was thawing and freezing and thawing and freezing, and now it seems to have frozen enough that it's holding the weight of the snow. But those holes look intimidating, to say the least, when you're coming up on them with a snow machine. While I was out there, I also shot some footage of the marsh, just because it's so pretty out there, and it was a nice, calm, peaceful day. A little bit of a breeze, but it was really nice. It was starting to warm up, and it's the first time we've been in the marsh all year, so I kind of want to see how it's doing and what's changed. We sold 2 of our snow machines because we had offered to buy a new, more reliable machine. I introduced to you the Venture. It's a lot newer, it's pretty, it also floats well on the snow, and so Daniel decided he was going to take that machine to go and put in a new trail along the far end of the marsh. It got stuck, well, tipped into the snow a few times over there, and I had no idea what was going on. But he did pull it out of the snow and continued on to continue making the trail. He had a blast doing it, I think, because he seemed really happy. With the snow being as slow as it is, he did have to stop a few times, as he's doing right there, and figure out which right or the route to go, the best way to go, because it doesn't turn the greatest, but with careful planning, he did get the trail in, and it went really smooth. We're quite happy with it. We took turns that day driving it around with both Kitty and the Yamaha Venture, and had a blast packing in that trail. This is kitty. We're just going to take a quick drive around the back of the marsh that Daniel put in with Venture. And again, this is all like brand new trail, so we've run it a number of times to pack it down in. But as you can see, like, it's a really nice trail. It goes right to the very edge of the tree line there, in behind a few of them, where obviously from where I was earlier I couldn't see him, but there's still more on either side. It's a really nice trail. We were down it again today a number of times, again packing in the trail because, well, it's fun. But
You kind of sound like Trump. It was a great trail, the best trail, the trail that is made to master all trails. Sorry, I had to say it.
So yeah, we had fun. The trails are in. So that's kind of what we've been up to. We had fun. It was a great day. Again, thank you for all of your support. We love you, Pops. We'd be nowhere without you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We hope you all enjoy the videos, and see you later. Bye.